So there's this hot topic that's been making headlines across the globe about employers hiring and then firing Gen Z employees, often after a very short period of time. Generation Z, those born between 1997 and 2012, are now entering the workforce in full swing. But it seems like every other week we hear stories of employers hiring them only to let them go a few months later. So what's really going on? Today we are breaking down some of the challenges faced by both Gen Z employees and employers, how previous generations handled similar situations, and the possible solutions to end this hire fire cycle. First up, let's talk about the problems Gen Z is facing in the workplace. One of the biggest issues is the skills mismatch. Gen Zers tend to be tech-savvy, adaptable, and great with digital tools, but they often fall short on soft skills like communication, teamwork, and problem-solving. These are areas employers say are critical for success. Interestingly, when you compare these to previous generations, a study by LinkedIn found that baby boomers and Gen X employees are 50% more likely to have developed strong leadership and communication skills by the time they enter the workforce. This is largely due to having had more in-person long-term experiences in their early days. Another problem is misaligned expectations. Gen Z grew up in a fast-paced digital world where results are instantaneous. Think social media likes or same-day deliveries. In contrast, traditional corporate environments move much slower. When Gen Z doesn't see rapid career growth or doesn't feel their work is meaningful, they quickly become disengaged. Mental health is also a significant issue. Gen Z puts a huge emphasis on work-life balance and mental well-being, but many workplaces haven't caught up. A Deloitte survey shows that 46% of Gen Zers feel stressed and anxious all or most of the time at work. Burnout is real, and when it hits, some Gen Z employees either leave or underperform. What about employers? Many companies face their own challenges when hiring Gen Z. Gen Zers often want flexibility, remote work, flexible hours, or even a 4-day work week. But many companies, especially small ones, haven't caught up in these trends. In fact, only 34% of businesses globally offer flexible work options. Unlike big corporations like Google or Apple, smaller businesses often don't have well-established onboarding structures. Many small businesses struggle with things like properly documenting their processes. When a new Gen Z employee is hired, they are often thrown in without clear guidance or documentation. This leads to confusion, frustration, and ultimately high turnover rates. Meanwhile, large companies like Google and Apple have entire cultures built around onboarding. For example, Google has what they call Googliness, a set of values that go beyond technical skills and focus on collaboration, learning, and adaptability. They have rigorous onboarding processes to ensure every new hire fits into the company culture, and they provide ongoing support to keep employees engaged. Now, let's compare how other generations handled these situations. Baby boomers and Gen Xers often enter the workplace with the mindset of paying your dues. They were more likely to stick it out through tough times, knowing that hard work would eventually pay off. For example, according to the American Bureau of Labor Statistics, baby boomers held an average of 12 jobs throughout their careers, but over 50% stayed at a job for at least 5 years. Compare that to Gen Z, who, as mentioned, often leave jobs within 2 years. But here's the twist. Millennials also experienced rapid job changes early on in their careers. However, the difference was millennials typically sought higher education or pursued new opportunities to grow professionally, while Gen Z often leaves because they feel disconnected from the job itself. So how do we fix this? What's the solution to breaking this hire fire cycle? First, companies, especially small ones, need to invest in better training and onboarding programs. Many Gen Z employees are starting their careers in environments that don't provide enough guidance. Mentorship programs, skills development workshops, and structured onboarding can go a long way in helping them thrive. Second, businesses should offer more flexibility. Whether it's remote work, hybrid setups, or flexible hours, companies that adapt to Gen Z's need for flexibility will find it easier to attract and retain top talent. And Gen Z, if you're watching this, remember that patience is key. Career growth takes time. You don't need to jump ship at the first sign of boredom or frustration. Use your early career to build skills and learn from others. Trust me, it'll pay off. Finally, there needs to be a cultural shift in how we approach work. Companies should promote mental health resources and create open dialogues about work-life balance. If employees feel supported, they are much less likely to experience burnout and more likely to stay. So, are employers really to blame for firing Gen Z so quickly? Or is Gen Z simply not prepared for the corporate world? The truth is, both sides have their challenges, but the real solution lies in understanding and adaptation. If companies can adjust their work environments to meet Gen Z's needs, and if Gen Z can approach work with more patience and a willingness to learn, we can break this cycle. That's all for today's video. If you found this insightful, make sure to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.